What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. So today I am out and about. I'm exploring a new junkyard to me. This is the LKQ in Edgewood, Maryland. This is the farthest LKQ from me in Maryland. It's about an hour and a half away, but I got a notification that a vehicle I needed parts from came into the yard. If you're not familiar, LKQ has an online inventory system. Everything in their yards you can see in that online inventory, and you can even set it up to shoot you notifications by email when something you're interested in parts from comes in. So that's what I'm out here to look for today, to see if what I need is still on the vehicle. We'll see if we can't find some other good stuff to turn into a little profit while we're here. Let's get out there and see what we can find. All right, team, well, I'm making my way through the yard. Of course, you know, all the GM stuff is way down at the bottom of the yard, the bottom of the hill. But I'm always on the lookout as I'm going. I noticed these two trucks in the online inventory. And, I mean, there's nothing special about them. There's nothing particularly desirable, except that they are both two-wheel drive. And as far as I can tell, the transmissions are untouched. So two-wheel drive transmissions are hard to find around me. And I want to build a few transmissions to be sold over the winter this year. It's something I can do in the garage and stay out of the weather and still produce some income for myself. So those are definitely two good core transmissions. If there's enough time left over after I get what I came for, I'll grab one of those and it'll come home with me to be built and then resold. So I'm still looking. My primary target, and the biggest thing I came here for, is actually a door, a bumper cover, a rear hatch, and some other little odds and ends pieces for another Trailblazer I've recently picked up. And assuming I find what I'm looking for, I'll be able to show that to you guys here in a coming video. All right, well, not my primary target. Was definitely going to be one of my auxiliary pickups, one of my pay for the trip options. Was this 2004 Trailblazer Extended, which had an LM4 in it. Unfortunately, somebody has already robbed the intake manifold off of it, cut the wire harness, and who knows how long it's been sitting here like this. So that one's gonna stay. If it were complete, that would have been my take it home to pay for the trip purchase. But I'm not going through the effort of getting it out of that thing if it's not complete, and who knows how long it's been sitting there open to the weather. It's been in the yard for a month now, so not worth the gamble. All right, I found my primary target right here. It's a 2009 Trailblazer. I wanted to get the grill out of it. Looks like somebody beat me to it. Headlights aren't any better than the ones in mine. I also needed driver's side rear door. Oh, and this one has no rust in it. And it's not dented. Yeah, so that's gonna go with me, definitely. Needed the hatch. Which is locked, but I should be able to work around that. I wanted this rear bumper cover also, and this one looks like it's had a lot of stuff dragged over it. The one on mine is scuffed over here on the corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this would be an upgrade over mine or not. The rear hatch definitely is. I'll definitely get that. I have to look at my list and see what else I wanted to grab from this thing, but I'm definitely going to get that door. The one on mine has a big dent right here, and the bottom is rusted pretty bad. Oh, I wanted this cover also, but it's broken up like most of them are. It has a hole drilled in it. I don't know why these covers get so busted up. This one might be savable. Maybe. I'll probably grab that too. All right, well, let me start pulling the parts and pieces off of this thing that I want. All right, team. Well, I got everything that I needed and wanted off of this Trailblazer. Passenger rear door, mine was rusted out and had a dent, so that'll be nice now. The rear hatch, the one I bought, somebody had keyed the rear hatch. I didn't like that, so now I have a hatch that's not all keyed up. The rear bumper cover, on mine, it looked like they had backed into something at some point and cracked and wrinkled it, so new bumper cover. I'd rather have this one that has like the little bit of rash from putting stuff in and out than the one that looks like something got run into it. What else I get? Some little odds and ends plastic pieces, a center console lid, and the driver's side inner fender liner. So I'm gonna walk down the line here of vans. There were a couple two-wheel drive 25 and 3500 series vans. If any of those still have the 4L80E in them, I'm gonna grab that, and then probably call it a day. See if I can't find somebody with one of their yard trucks to haul my big pieces up to the front for me. I wish the grill had still been here. My grill's pretty crunchy and crisp, so it would have been nice if the grill was here, but just have to figure something else out. All right, team. Well, I came up, I checked it out. All the 4L80s are gone, which is unfortunate. I would have preferred to have one of those. And there's a lot of people dropping cross members to pull engines, pull parts, stuff like that. To this yard's credit, they actually have quite a few two-wheel drive vehicles in here. I can't remember if I said this is the LKQ in Edgewood, Maryland. The yard itself is pretty well maintained too. It's dry everywhere, which is nice, and not having to lay in a bunch of puddles and other stuff. And they have a good amount of vehicles. They just, somebody got here to get the real goodies before I did. So I'm gonna look around a little bit more. I still have a little bit of time, and then get my stuff and get out of here. All right, guys, so I'm back here at these two 1500 two-wheel drive pickups, and I want to get one of the transmissions out of these things. Now I need to pick which one. Unfortunately, neither has any obvious signs of a crash or damage. or, you know, some kind of accident that would be a reason to total it and stop driving it. They're both, honestly, like, it could have still been driven until they were brought here from the looks of them, which means they must have some kind of drivetrain issue. Now I can't see the mileage on the trucks. Actually, maybe I can. Do either of these have keys in them? No, no key. If they had keys, I could probably power them up with my drill battery and then see what the mileage is. But there's no keys, so that's not going to be an option. So the next thing I can do to check is going to be put my breaker bar on the crank snout and roll the engine over, see if the engine turns. If one of them has a locked up engine, then I'll know, okay, or at least I can assume, okay, it probably ran until the engine locked up. If both of the engines turn over like they should, then at that point, it's really just gonna kind of be, see which one already has had the most stuff pulled off of it, and then I will pull that one. All right, we have a winner. The white truck is gonna be my core transmission donor. Primary reason being, it's a 2001, the green one is a 99. Both engines roll over by breaker bar, so I know the engine's not locked up. So more than likely it's a burnt up transmission. But somebody has already pulled the starter out of this one, which makes it easier to get the torque converter bolts out. And it looks like this transmission has been replaced at some point. Everything is not in place as it would have been from the factory. So more likely this transmission will come off the dowel pins without it being a huge battle. So I'm going to get this transmission pulled out, throw it in my wagon, and then find the guy with the yard truck to haul my body pieces up to the front, and then get the heck out of here. All right, got the first one out. It's definitely a remanufactured transmission. It's got the tested, etc. on it. So hopefully the stuff inside of it isn't too jazzed up, and that'll make a good buildable core for me. It only took me 30 minutes to get that out, so I'm just gonna grab the transmission out of this one too. Take home 2 good buildable cores. I think transmissions are like 175 or 180 bucks. And put $500 or $600 worth of parts into them and sell them for $1,000. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grab the other one also since I'm here and I've got the tools and it doesn't take long. Might as well get it. And you know, a little bit for me, a little bit for someone else. All right, I got both my transmissions out. This one was a battle to get off the dowel pins. It's obviously the original. It's never been out of there before, but it came along. And this is the one that looks like it was a rebuild. So I think that's it for this trip. I'm gonna try to flag down the guy in the yard truck and get him to haul these things up to the front for me and call it a day. All right, I've got all my goodies loaded up into the yard truck, making my way back up to the front to pay. I looked all through the online inventory. I typically do before I come to the junkyard because I want to see what else is here and maybe I can make a few bucks on. And I think for this visit, those 2 4L60s are going to be my easiest, least amount of effort to pull, most amount of return on effort. I could probably sell them as cores for 200 or so. And well, like I said though, my plan is probably do one just as a stock rebuild and do the other maybe as a heavier duty rebuild up to like maybe 400, 500 horsepower and a light vehicle, something under 3,000 pounds. So I'm gonna get up there, pay, and then we'll get on the road. All right, everybody, I'm checked out, I'm loaded up. Somehow in the loading process, I lost my receipt. I don't know where it went. It's windy out today. I guess maybe the wind must have picked it up and taken it somewhere or blown it out one of the truck doors while I was loading, but the receipt's gone. So I can't give you a full in-depth exactly what it was price breakdown. The transmissions were $148 each, so let's say $300 for the 2 transmissions. The doors are $60 each, so another $120 for the 2 doors. They just charge the rear hatch as a door, so that puts me at about $420. And then bumper covers are $50, so $470. And then I think she charged me for the fender liner and a few of the other little odds and ends. I'm not sure how much. It's like $560 total for everything I got here, which, I mean, I think I could sell those 2 transmissions as they are, as a buildable core for $200 a piece, or I can go through and, you know, build them, which is my plan, and sell them for $800 to $1,000 a piece. So maybe that receipt will turn up, maybe it's just floating around in the truck here somewhere, and I can give you an in-depth price breakdown. But overall, not a bad day here at LKQ in Edgewood, Maryland. Not as much hidden gold as I usually find at the LKQ in Mount Airy. That one's usually loaded with 4 L80Es, 6-liter LS engines, truck engines, all kinds of stuff. You know, 3/4 and 1-ton pickups with a good 14-bolt rears. And this one is mostly like small half-ton pickups, a few 3/4-ton vans, and then, you know, compact SUVs and cars. So depending on what you're looking for, this one has good stuff. I mean, it's the first time I've been able to get an intact 2-wheel drive transmission out of one of these places. So there's that. But I guess it just depends on what you're looking for, right? So, like I said, overall, not a bad day. Found some cool stuff, saw some stuff. I got what I wanted. That was really the big point. I got what I wanted out of the trip. And now I'm gonna get some lunch and head back home. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. You know, a bad day at the junkyard is still better than a good day in the office, at least for me. I guess that's not true anymore. I love what I do. Oh well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until the next video, everybody, take care.